Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Little Dog here, and I wanted to start up a new section. This is going to be our first session and first interview with Lion, and this is during the Dallas Film Hub sessions.
Yeah.
So how you doing, Lion?
Doing great, brother. And how are you today, man?
I'm doing great as well.
Yes,
Now, how long have you been acting?
Ooh, on and off, man. So I actually started off when I was kind of a kid, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of accident. I was going to support my brother and sisters my sisters for, they were going on a game show. And they was like, can he do anything? And they made me one of the, hosts, the mini hosts.
Oh, nice.
So that got me started.
Yeah.
And then I went for an expo when I became a little older and became a shrimp in a commercial that was angry because they wouldn't call me Jumbo Shrimp. They just want a shrimp. I'm like, no, Jumbo Shrimp. For Epicurious.com, bro.
Nice. That is pretty awesome, man. We're going to have to check that one out.
That was actually in Cali, man.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
How long you been here in Texas?
Ooh, I was born and raised in Texas. So,
Okay.
But I've been acting in Texas now for the last 3 years.
Okay, nice. Now, so for the last 3 years, now, how long ago have you hooked up with Dallas Film Hub?
That was about 3 years. So I say 3.5 years actually. So about 3.5.
How did you find him?
Luck of the draw in a way, man. They put a casting out for a particular movie called Diamond Texture.
Okay.
And so me and one of my sons decided, you know what, let's go. And so we ended up walking up on set, man, and they needed a fighter.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I used to fight. I was in the tough man. I kick some ass. And so that ended up being one of the leading roles in the movie.
Nice. I did see you in that, by the way. I watched it.
Yes,
Good job, man. That was awesome. Some great choreography. Now, did you guys come up with the choreography on the spot, or was that something that you could practice a little, or?
Dude, we did that on the spot, brother.
Nice.
When we looked at each other, we like, okay, what's your favorite moves? This is my favorite moves. And we started incorporating, man. It just connected, man.
Nice. Now, because I do like to push independent artists and everything, can you spell your name out for that people can find you on Instagram and socials?
Okay. My name is Lion, Lion, Aurah, Aurah. The biggest roar, baby.
Now, I see that you're a martial artist as well.
Yes.
What practices do you practice?
Well, to be honest, my favorite was Shaolin Kung Fu Eastern style. But I've also done a little Taekwondo and actually some mixed martial art type stuff too as well.
Nice.
And then I have some of my own techniques that are hidden in different moves here and there.
As you continue to fight, you kind of develop your own style.
Oh, yes.
Which is really awesome because it fits you.
Yes.
And so, I think that's the thing about martial arts is like, it's like water, you kind of bend it and become part of it.
Yes. That
eventually you develop your own style to where you look great, like you did on the screen for Diamond Texture.
That's what's up. Thank you.
Now, I saw that you had a weapon in there too, right?
Yes, I started off with a sword, but I never used it.
Okay. Now, have you gotten trained with the sword?
Like I was more into nunchucks, so I had training with nunchucks in the beginning, and then I did some self-training and some light training with some swords.
Okay, nice.
Now, as far as fencing, I've had some fencing classes, and I kicked some ass in that one.
That makes it a lot easier too, doesn't it? You can handle a sword.
Yeah, but I'm more hand to hand. I like to feel. I like to feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I got you. I'm the same way too.
Yeah.
Whenever I used to fight, I never got to use my jiu-jitsu whenever I'd fight, but unless I was in a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tournament. But other than that, when I got to a fight, I was in a cage. I was like, I'm gonna use this jiu-jitsu. Never happened.
Oh wow! See, I was luckier than you on that because we would watch movies and I knew people who knew stuff, and we would start backyard fighting.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't hurt each other, kind of like how other kids would have backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
But we was like, oh, you know what, Capoeira? I want to fight you, bro. And we get out there, we wouldn't hurt each other, go light, but we find out who would win and started just mastering styles through that.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Now, I've seen that you also do other things outside of acting too, or
Yes.
What else do you do?
I'm an inventor.
Okay.
Well, number one, I'm a pool shooter.
Okay.
So I shoot pool. I was trying to go pro, and then the car accident happened. But now I'm going to start doing that. But I also have an invention in pool.
Okay.
I changed the physics in how the tip on the stick works.
Okay.
And so, long story short, we're starting a free trial for the public in Fort Worth. You go to Fort Worth Billiards and get one right now for free. And that bad boy is killing it on the market.
Okay.
Like on the testing part of the market.
Yeah.
We're testing for the next 2 months. We do have the final prototypes coming all the way out, and then we're going worldwide.
Nice.
And then, so after the invention, I also do spoken word lap dances.
What is that? Now, is that a lap dance?
What it is, like, let's say if I'm at a show, I'm featured in a show.
Okay.
I'll ask the audience if a lady would like to come up and be serenaded. Because, long story short, when you listen to music nowadays, they only teach you how to break up, everybody cheating, there's no hope.
Yeah, that's true.
And so what I'm trying to bring back is connection. I'm teaching people what works. When they look at what I'm saying versus what's happening and they see the girl smile, I tell people every time I sell smiles. So when a girl comes on stage and she's smiling, I know, right? That's weird. When a girl's on stage and she's smiling, the whole crowd is smiling too. They like, oh, wow, look. When I finally leave the stage, people like, dude, I feel relaxed, bro. I didn't know I was editing myself so much that I couldn't actually talk to women properly or talk to women right. And women come up to me, I never heard a man talk like that. I need to hear things like that. So it's beneficial, bro. And
nice.
yes, I break them down with the moves.
Now, do you teach a course as well?
If people ask, I actually don't mind.
Nice. They have to look you up for that.
Yeah,
now,
they have to find me.
Where can people watch for updates with the billiard?
Okay, with the billiards?
Yeah, with the billiards, where...
Oh, everything's on my IG page. So I'm on Instagram under Lion _Aurah. You're going to find pretty much everything from my modeling, from my acting, what movies are coming up, if I'm going to be performing in certain places, things of that nature.
Now, how long have you been modeling?
Oh, man, I've been modeling on the serious tip for about 3.5 years, too.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to the expo, won Best Walk, and then I started doing the New York Fashion Weeks, and then the Orlando Fashion Weeks and things like that.
Nice. Now, how did you get into those? Did you have to have an agent to get into those, or did you self-apply?
I kind of was already a part of a designer's organization she was building. So she needed some male models. I was one of the first male models in her organization.
Okay.
To represent her, and we killed it on the runway. I said, killed it on the runway. So my next one, I want to do Paris, and I'm thinking about if I can go, I want to go to Milan.
Oh, nice. That's pretty awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
What about acting? Do you have any major projects coming up, or do you have any other projects?
Oh, yeah. Number one, Dallas Film Hub. Dallas Film Hub. Dallas Film Hub. Yeah, we're always here every Friday doing short films and interviews and connecting with the public, for one.
Okay.
For two, I also have a movie called Samson that I'm finna start doing as well. I'm a boxer getting out of jail, gonna reclaim my championship.
Okay.
And then I just did a movie called I didn't do the movie. I was the shots behind the movie. But I ain't gonna say that one. I can't say that one. That's coming when that's coming. I'll say that. But I got about 5 different projects coming up here and there. So be looking for me to come out, because when I come out, it's gonna be a blast. Nice. And I'm also even in a movie called Thick Trip. Okay. And I was one of the male dancers. That's coming out very, very soon. And Night Deal.
Night Deal. Okay.
Night Deal is also another one where I was kind of the bad guy. I wasn't the bad guy to steal me for money. He had to catch it, bro. Yeah. And so you'll like that. I'll just say that. So I got a few that's coming out near, and then a few that I'm working on right now.
Nice. Now, do you know where they're going to be watched at, or are they going to be independent?
Right now, they're just coming out as independent premieres. But depending on how good they are, you know how it goes when it comes down to independent movies. Yep. If they really top it, then they're gonna go where they go.
Okay. Nice, man. Well, you know what? I really look forward. I do want to save some for an interview that we do together on a Wednesday. I just want to give everybody a little teaser of who you are, where you came from, as well as where you're at now, Yes, sir. And we wish you the best. You've been doing a lot of things now. We definitely have to follow your Instagram. And are you mostly on Instagram, or are you also on Facebook too?
I'm on Facebook too, but I'm mostly on Instagram. Okay.
And then one more time for our viewers real quick.
Lion, Lion _Aurah. Aurah. I got that Lion Aurah, baby.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.